Hello, Sherean.
Hi.
Welcome to Major Key. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I remember you telling me you were starting a podcast. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. I hope he asks me to come on. And then you were like, would you want to come on my podcast?
Girl, I feel like I asked you as soon as I told you I was going to do it. I was like, I'm doing a podcast and you're going to be on the show.
Maybe. I don't think so though. But I think you were like, you were like, I'm starting a podcast, and then we just got from there. But I'm on the show now.
I know, you're here now. I also feel like I remember when I had first said I was starting a podcast, because there was definitely some lead time between when I first told you and when it actually happened. Because like whatever, there's so many iterations before we got here, but we're here. Yay. And that's what matters.
Okay.
How's your week, babe?
It was good. I did some writing. I also I went to work. I work at while I write too. So I think it's been chill. I'm recovering from a cold. I had a nasty.
Oh, did you?
I had a really nasty cold.
I feel like a lot of people were getting sick lately. Wait.
So when I got to the fucking place, I was like, yeah.
Got a little tickle in my.
Okay.
What's that?
And by Wednesday when I went back to work, I was like completely done, right?
No.
So I get to work and my boss is like, love the tenacity, but ill. Go home.
No.
and you can work from home. So I worked from home for the rest of that weekend, and I just returned back.
Okay, period. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better.
I'm feeling better now.
I was just thinking, I was not sick physically. However, I think spiritually and emotionally, I'm definitely getting over this retrograde that finally ended yesterday. I don't know about you. I feel like
it was in Pisces.
It was in Pisces and brutal.
Why was it brutal? Well,
to me,
I'm trying to think. I do think that sometimes it's brutal because it depends what house it's in.
Okay.
And I think if you're a Leo rising, it's in your 8th house. Right. So it would be.
And it was. And it was. I just feel like, I don't know. It was just like, I really couldn't run away from any emotions whatsoever, and like things that I feel like I had been working on for so long, all of the good habits that I had built up for months. I mean, stuff that I've been working on for like 4 or 5 months out the window.
Okay.
Which I'm like, whatever. I feel like it was like almost like a self-medication, you know what I mean? I was just kind of like, all right, I'm going to indulge. This is going to be a period of indulgence. Clearly I need this right now.
This is such a Leo rising like response right now, but
I don't know. I mean, I just felt like I needed to take care of myself, and I'm like, I'm not gonna judge myself. I'm not gonna be mean to myself about this. I'm like, whatever. This is what clearly my spirit is moving in this way, and progress is not linear. So
it's not. I mean, it's not like at one point you weren't doing any of those things.
Exactly. I mean, right before retrograde.
So now you do the 4 months. Retrograde comes in just to make sure that it is what it is, right? And then whatever needs to be adjusted going forward is whatever needs to be adjusted going forward. And honestly, people can benefit a lot from like retrogrades, because you get to it's kind of like you get to kind of see your pain points, right? You get to be an observer when those things kind of like happen, and so that's what happens.
And that's what okay. It was. And exactly, I'm like, it's all fine and dandy. I'm not mad about it. Soju, go away.
Soju, you are literally like, this is my moment right now.
It doesn't
so distracting.
Every time we're recording, he's like, I am here. You'll get your own episode one day. Actually, you don't get your own episode because you're in every episode. I need you to go relax.
It's okay, Soju. He literally is looking like, well, if you don't fucking want me, don't talk to me.
That's what I know. And he does this every single, look at this little smile. That's what gets me. The little D. He's like, aha. Anyway, what was I even saying, child?
Retrograde.
Yeah, no, definitely seeing the pain points, and I'm not, whatever. It's all fine and dandy. Like I said, yeah, the retrograde ended yesterday, so we're back on the straight and narrow. I feel like I'm honestly leaving this period feeling proud of myself for like allowing myself the ability to just like kind of loosen up on how strict I've been on myself and like not judging myself, because like I've made a lot of really, really great progress on a lot of these habits. So I'm just kind of like, whatever, like I'm, again, spiritually sick. I feel like I was spiritually and emotionally in a funk, in a major way. I mean, I was telling you about some of the other, like I've been in a mode. And so, I don't know.
It's good though. It's good to, like I said, the Mercury retrogrades, like you could learn a lot if you are at a point where you can like be the observer too while you're going through it.
Exactly.
It ain't nothing wrong with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. So I'm gonna keep it pushing.
Did Mercury retrograde mess me up? When did it end?
Yesterday. And
maybe
it started the 28th of February.
But it's a funny one though. It's a funny one.
Say more.
So, and my sister's a Pisces too, so it probably was really fucking her up. So she was like, "Can you?" She was like, "I'm gonna send money. I'm gonna Zelle you. I need you to cash app it to me. I don't
we've been
money,
there.
Right?
We've been there.
So I think she Zelled it to like a number that was not like she Zelled it to my number, but I'm trying to remember what the hell happened. I think whatever she said, I misinterpreted as like it was being cash app to me, but it was being Zelle to me. So we had to do like a whole thing. I had to call Zelle. All for her to be like, never mind, I figured it out. And I said, you wait till I see you in the streets.
I'm dead. Wait, you're pretty into astrology. That's one thing I love so much about you.
Yes.
How did where did that start? And a lot of people, I don't know if any of our listeners, but there are people who are like, that shit's fake.
Yeah. And the people who say it's fake act like the sign that they are.
Okay, wait that, because I'm like, and very, very, of course you would say that. Of course you would say that.
Capricorn.
No, literally.
All right, go work.
Literally, like.
But how did I get into it? I feel like everybody has like an entry point like that, very like casual way or whatever. But I think during the pandemic, I was just like, do you remember, oh my God, what was that app that went crazy?
CoStar?
No, everybody was on, like you could do the voices and stuff. It was an app where like you speak in it. It's kind of like what X has now where like you could come up on the stage. What the fuck is it called?
Wait, keep going.
It's like chat rooms.
Right.
And it was the audio version.
Oh. What was that called? I know what you're talking about.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Because Twitter started it around that same time. And what do they call them? On Twitter, they're called like
X rooms or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and but
it was
now.
different rooms.
Yeah.
And because everybody and their mom was on there,
right?
Everything was on there,
right?
And so randomly, I came across this room where they were talking about like just like metaphysics, and and one of the things that they was talking about was astrology. And they were like breaking it down in a way where like it was really interesting to me, right? And then I started to just kind of like dive in more, like learning about the houses, learning about like your rising, and learning about just like how planets influence each other, when they influence each other.
Okay.
And so I just kind of like started to like dive in.
Okay.
And I think like I had gained so much knowledge, and then I started to just like test myself, right? When you would tell me like, oh, you're a Leo rising, I was like, okay, Leo's in the first. And I know like if for anybody out there who's watching, a lot of times when you look up your chart, it's in the circle, right? And the circle is made up of 12 houses, and whatever your ascendant is, it's gonna count all those 12 houses starting from right there. Right. And your sun, moon, and all those things are gonna land somewhere in those charts. Right. And so what I fucking used to do was be like, oh, you're a Leo rising. Oh yeah, you have Pisces in the 8th. Nobody asked you that. you start to realize like those things are like really, you gotta like people have to, number one, be interested in wanting to know that information
for real
about themselves.
For real,
they have to be able to trust you to be like, girl, why are you telling me that this is happening? I also feel like the other thing is like, you lose a lot of people as soon as you bring up a house, girl. As soon as, you know what I mean? It's like most people, like the average astrologer, someone that knows astrology, they know their sun, moon, rising. Yes. Right. But then once you start saying house, that's when like, this is woo woo. They're like, you don't know. So it's like, I'm just, you being like, it's just funny. Like, and then I would like make like, because again, my entry point was like very casual. So then I would make like, you know, those casual comments and they're like, that's girl, I don't want that. So now what I really have come on like the other side of that is realizing like, I use those things to kind of like help me. Oh, totally. To advance me and to advance like where my starting point is and like what I could lead towards. Totally. Cause it's like, for me, I feel like astrology really just helps you know like how the cards are stacked. Like innately, like what are my strengths and weaknesses or like, and not even just like what are my strengths or weaknesses, but also like what are conflicts that I know will come up. Like based on my chart, I know that this will be a point of contention for me, or like if I'm experiencing challenges and in any area of my life, then you look at your chart and it's like, I'm feeling that. Yeah, and so it's a blueprint. It's a blueprint. Exactly. So yeah, I don't know. People that, whatever. I'm like, there's a lot to learn from it. I think people like drag the criticism of astrology because I'm like, I think sometimes they drag it because they're like, I don't want this chart to define what my life is. Right. And the thing is, the key to it is you don't have to, right? Like you just have to know like, it's like if you look at how a Honda is built, a Toyota is built, a Kia is built. Yes. They all have an engine, but they all get started a different way. Wake that up. You know? Right. So it's kind of like that's how I see it. Yes. And also like I'm very much, this is my Sag moon coming out. Okay. Because I'm very much like a what is the truth? Like what is I'm sorry, I just want to take a second. Why don't you tell the crowd what your sun, moon, and rising is? I wonder if you could guess by what, you know, just in the first 12 minutes of us talking was, but I am you gotta look at I'm like, those that are listening, y'all can't see me. I'm literally grinning ear to ear because I'm like, your chart, just go ahead. I am a Aries rising, I am a Leo moon, and I'm a Sagittarius. I'm a Leo sun and a Sagittarius moon. One more time. I'm an Aries rising, Leo sun, Sagittarius Sag moon, baby. Triple fire. All three of them too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm curious to know, in your whole chart, what's your favorite placement? And why? My favorite? That's actually a really good question. I'll say my Sag moon. Your Sag moon? Really? Mm-hmm. Okay, say more. Why? Number one, the fact that my emotions and my ego kind of like complement each other is really good, right? So I'm never in confusion about what I think about myself and what I feel about myself. Period. Yeah. And a lot of times, like if we talking astrology and we talking opposing, if I had like a Leo sun and a Aquarius moon, right, my emotions would be opposing, fighting. They would be fighting, right? But no, they actually complement each other. And specifically with being a Sag moon, when we talk about the moon, we talk about emotions. We talk about our relationship with our mother, and our internal world. And I think Sagittarius are extremely optimistic. Yeah. And they are very grand and hopeful, and they think big. You know, they think very big. Yes. And our Soju. Every episode, he finds a way to hit the tripod too. Why? Sorry, go on. Grand emotion, perfect, amazing. Yes. You were saying perfect. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. No. Yes. They are They're just very optimistic.
Yeah, we can actually just stop right there.
I like that.
Sages are perfect. Sherean just said Sages are perfect.
He tricks me. It's not. I'm there. He's not there. They're not perfect. But I'm learning to love them, and I think like it has helped me to always recalibrate my emotions whenever I'm like thinking about whatever it is that I want. I like. In all honesty, I always get what I want.
Period.
And I think it's because
exactly.
of my Sag moon. It's because my inner world is always like, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, Jupiterian, and Jupiter is all about abundance and all about, and making whatever you want come true. So I'll give my big three. I don't think I've said my big three on the show yet.
Really?
Yes. No. I mean, everyone knows I'm a Sag. I'll be talking about being a Sag. I'm a Sag sun, Virgo moon, and Leo rising. So that's interesting. Like, I feel like my sun moon relationship, you were saying you feel like there's a lot of synergy there. Like you really know, like there's synergy. I wouldn't say the same for me. I definitely know who I am. There's no question about that.
Sure.
But I think my Virgo moon manifests itself. Whoa! Sorry, y'all. Soju's about to pull down the whole mixer. Can you go lay down?
He's like, if you want me to.
You're actually on a tear today. Anyway. God, sorry. My Sag sun and my Virgo moon. Yes. I feel like my Virgo moon manifests itself in such a way. I don't know. It's like Virgo is predisposed to be judgmental, and I don't mean that in like a derogatory like judgmental, but it's like the Virgo makes judgments about things. That's what a Virgo does. Like it's an
analytical
exactly. And so I think that in my moon position specifically does create tension with the Sagittarius, because it's like, especially related to my emotions, there has to be like logic to all of it, and there has to be a lot. And like Sagittarius being such a free flowing and just like adventurous sign, and like there doesn't necessarily have to be rhyme or reason when you're moving as a Sag. There's freedom there.
Yeah, that is the rhyme and the reason.
Exactly. It's just freedom and intuition, and just truly just following your heart and doing that. Like, and so I'm a Sag stellium. I have 5 Sag placements. So I'm like, that's what I'm going to give. I'm going to follow my intuition no matter what. Cause I'm like, that's just how I'm built.
Yeah.
But then that Virgo moon, while I'm doing that, is asking a lot of questions along the way. And sometimes I feel like I have to quiet that voice. So there's just like, there's a lot of tension there. Okay. And I've learned to accept that. I think there were many years where I found myself asking a lot of questions, and then I would judge myself for asking the questions instead of just letting myself be the person that I am. You know what I mean? And it was this cycle of just like, okay, I am trying to be me. I'm trying to do my thing, but then I'm asking all my questions about, is this the right thing to do? Which also ties into my Libra Mars. Yeah. I know I'm like losing so many people right now, and that just makes me laugh. Like,
no. You know what we should do? We should say something nice about all of the signs or all of our placements.
Totally. And these aren't even bad things. This is me just like reckoning with like how the cards are stacked. Yeah. Like, and I'm like, and astrology does help me understand why it sounds like that in my noggin. You know what I mean? And so whatever. All this is to say, because I want to answer what's my favorite placement in my chart. Yeah, so honestly, I mean, being a Sag, that's my favorite placement. All of my Sag placements, yes. But being a Sag, that's my everything. However, I really, really like my Libra Mars. And so Libra Mars, just a very quick breakdown of that. Basically, Mars is a planet of aggression. And so obviously
think of it like the gas in your car.
Exactly. The gas in your car. Also low key the accelerator and like the torque of your car. Yes, it is. You know, Libra being in that position of aggression and of action means that there is like a sense of deliberation. You know what I mean? A Libra is all about balance. Having a Libra Mars means the Libra Mars with that Virgo moon means there is always going to be a right way and a wrong way to do something.
Yes.
And I like that, especially in my planet of aggression, because as a Sag, if I, it's like if I get activated, bitch, I can, you know what I'm saying? Like I can really start something. I know that that's my instinct.
You're actually unlocking something for me right now.
But with the Libra Mars, I have to take a beat. I have to take a second to be like, all right, I'm going to be more diplomatic about this. I want to understand both sides of the story. And I think that makes me good, not only in personal relationships, but especially in like work and business. Yeah. Because I'm like, I just have to listen, and I need to know both sides of the story before I can take action. So that is like, given the rest of my chart, because it's all fire, my chart, with the exception of that Virgo moon and the Libra, but the rest of it's all fire. So I'm like, given the amount of volatility in my chart, that Libra Mars gives me a nice little like pause to like, wait a minute before we act.
And the universe will always give you something to help.
Right.
Something to help.
Just a little touch.
I have known 3 Libra Mars, known that I've known 3 Libra Marses in my life, hated it. But actually, what you did unlock for me is I understand why I love you specifically as a Sagittarius. I've already told you about my Sagittarius horror stories,
yes,
right?
Girl.
And you've unlocked something for me about the Libra Mars. It is like a very diplomatic, balanced approach to conflict that I do respect and that I really do admire.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. It's making sense.
It's making sense. And I feel like Mars is a good place for a Libra to be. Because I'm like, Libra suns, Libras and other signs, it can get a little dicey, depending. But I mean, a Libra Mars, I'm really happy about that. Okay, but I liked your idea about let's go through and say something nice about each sign before we move on to our next segment.
Right. We could say something nice and something not nice too.
Okay, let's just go in order. Aries, go.
Sweet.
Very sweet. Very innocent,
sweet. Yes.
And genuine.
Yes.
I think Aries are very genuine.
Yes.
Cons can be impulsive,
childish.
I was just about to say immature. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Childish.
Yeah, and that's a huge one. It makes sense. Aries, you guys are the first of the zodiac. You're the babies, and that it just shows up in many ways.
Yeah.
All right. Who's next? Pisces.
No.
After Aries.
Taurus.
Oh, duh. Taurus. Okay.
Hardworking.
Knows
how to get to a check.
Loyal.
Yes. And grounded.
Very grounded.
But on the other side of that, they are very intense.
Very intense, very stubborn.
That type of stubbornness, I don't need that in my life. That's the only reason why I could never be with a Taurus.
Yeah.
Because no.
Because it's a hard line. When they draw a line in the sand, it's not a line in the sand, it's a line in concrete.
It's a line in concrete.
They don't move.
And metal under there.
Okay.
I don't have time for that.
Galvanized steel.
I don't have time for that.
No, I agree.
And the intensity of staying in that stubbornness.
I agree. Okay. Next is Gemini.
Yes.
Gemini, some people say this is a con, but I like that they're very, very social and very personable. Mm-hmm. Geminis.
Very smart.
Very smart. Great conversationalists.
Usually great writers.
Yeah. Okay. Cons.
I'll also say something that people don't really understand that Geminis are, right? Because what the con would probably be that I think a lot of people would say is that they're two-faced, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they are. But the pro to that con is that they actually embody two sides, and I would think a little bit better than Libra, because they have an understand, like a true not a surface level understanding. I think Libras have a surface understanding, of like two sides, and it being like balance or whatever. Yes, but Geminis, because they think so much about things, they do have like a deep understanding about it. It's just that sometimes there's no place to be on two. every
Right.
time it's not, you don't have to be on like two sides of it, you know?
No, they have range where I feel like with Libras, it's more just like a stuck in deliberation. It's indecision, indecisive. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We'll come back to y'all Libras. All right. So that's Geminis. Who's next? Cancer.
Yes.
Okay. Pros.
You first.
Listen. Honestly, also very hard workers. Cancers are very hard workers. All of them have like vision for what they want to do.
And
the
they
ones that I
believe
know,
in
and they
themselves.
really believe in themselves.
They believe in themselves.
I mean,
And I think it's because that water.
yeah,
Their water signs are able to understand things in an emotional, intuitive way
Yes.
that like a lot of fire signs and earth signs can't really understand.
Yeah.
And so they kind of have like a little bit of a intel, like the cheat code. And I think they do it in very different ways. But Cancers have I call it, they get like a download from God or source or whatever. I think Pisces feels, and I think Scorpios, they feel too, but it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
I think Cancers are very warm, honestly.
They are.
They have a lot going on, but it's like just off rip. I'm like, oh, you have a very warm demeanor, and it's very welcoming.
They do.
Cons, I mean, the first one, they just like, when you think about like a typical water sign, just like being very, very, very emotional all the time. For me, that's a con. They drag it to me.
Okay.
That's me.
I say because they do. I think it's because they do have a true understanding of emotions.
Yeah.
They know how to manipulate.
I was just about
the
to say
situation, and I think that because you have understanding of emotion in ways that others don't, to manipulate that is not kind.
I completely agree.
not good.
They can be very manipulative.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's next? Leo. That's
Yeah,
Cancer.
Leo.
All right, Leos. I'll start since you're the Leo in the room.
Okay. You could be honest too. And
but I look, I love a Leo. I love a Leo so bad. Probably my favorite sign after Sagittarius. Actually it goes back and forth between my tops, but I think Leos, let's see, pros. I love the way y'all show up. Honestly, I love the way y'all show up. I just feel like you truly do embody the sun. It's just light, straight up light all the time. Let's see, other pros for Leos. Also loyal. Also very personable. You know what you're getting with a Leo. I think Leos are very clear about what they do and don't like. And I love that, It's not that you guys are, I'm like, it's not what you see is what you get, but you know what y'all stand for. And I really, really love that. What are your pros for?
My pros are, I would say warm. We do have a warmth to us.
For sure.
It's like when you are a part of, like the loyalty part is very rooted in protection too. Like if you're a part of my pride, like I'm going super hard.
Yeah.
Like you cannot fuck with nobody on my team.
Right.
I'm ready to die about that shit.
Period.
And that's how I feel about it.
I love that. Also, just the Sag Leo axis, I feel like we can really motivate each other in such an amazing way.
Yes. I've actually seen a lot of like Sag Leo pairings that like they do well together. What was I gonna say? Christopher Nolan and his wife, Leo and Sag.
Leo and Sag?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very, very successful.
Okay, period.
And they just kind of get each other on like a creativity level. And I think if the Leo has like a lot, like some good placements that value independence, like a Aries or a Sag, they'll do well with a Sagittarius, because Sagittarius love independence.
Of
like
course.
We'll get to that, but it's like the way that works is they have to just have a good understanding.
No, totally. All right, we have to rapid fire through the rest of them because there's so much more we have to talk about today. We got to rapid fire. Okay. We're not going to say any cons about Leos. We love Leos in this house. Let's see. Who's after Leo? Virgo? Rapid fire. Virgo pros. Organized, analytical, get their work done. I love that. Those are great things.
I agree.
Cons?
No accountability. And yeah, they're a prisoner to perfection.
Yeah. Wake that up. All right, Libra, rapid fire, pros.
They're not as nice. Oh,
pros. Girl. Pros. The good things.
They dress really well.
They do.
They dress really well.
Also, Libras are pretty. Libras, gorgeous faces.
Mm-hmm.
They're just pretty.
Anytime somebody is like pretty or like kind of like embodies that Venusian energy, it's probably a Libra placement and they're doing it.
Yeah, they're pretty. Cons, rapid fire.
They're not as nice as they think they are.
I completely agree. And also they sometimes can lack accountability as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, who's after Libra? Scorpio. I love a Scorpio down. Pros, rapid.
They gonna get to it they gonna get whatever it is that they want by any means. And they don't mind taking it to hell.
Yeah. And I'm gonna say passionate. I think people say intense as though it's a bad thing, but I appreciate their passion, and I think that's a pro.
Yeah, I think that's probably their engine that gets them going forward, because they feel it. They like, I have to have it.
I also think a well-adjusted Scorpio, amazing. Just like, but the problem is, this is like my con for them, is like if you're not evolved, like Scorpios, I think can be really toxic. I really do think that. But the good ones are amazing. That's the thing. It's like the ones that are like in touch with themselves and like have worked out their shit. Because Scorpios, are like very emotional, but they like to hide. They're the water sign that like they are.
Oh, is Soju a Scorpio?
Soju's Libra. But no. I feel like Scorpios are the water sign. They're emotional, but they don't like to act like they're emotional. They like to hide from that. You know what I mean? Like they really be like, no. But you are. You know what I mean? And it's like when they've worked through their shit, they're like, I think some of the most amazing people in the zodiac for real. A well-adjusted Scorpio. But
okay, I need to meet a well-adjusted Scorpio.
You know one? Our friend.
Oh, Erica. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Our girl.
Yes, I do.
Our girl. Okay, Sag. Pros, quick.
Fly dresser.
Thank you.
Fly dresser. Also very smart.
Yep, for sure. Cons, I'll give them. Cons can be inconsiderate. I think that is something that Sagittarius can. There's very much just like you know what I mean? People say non-committal. I don't agree with that. I
don't either. Yeah. I've never met a Sag that wasn't locked down.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's a cheap criticism. What are your cons for Sages?
They just that whenever that fire go, it's like,
that's what I'm saying.
It spreads.
It's
like calm the fuck
calm
down.
That's why
but whenever it's done, it's like, so yeah. Are you hungry?
Everything okay? Like you just ruined everything. No, I know. Like you just burnt down the entire town. What the fuck? Anyway, okay. Capricorn. Pros.
Hardworking. Leaders. Yeah, natural born leaders. And they really love their community.
Absolutely.
Very community.
Yeah,
leaders.
I completely agree with that. Cons. This is a phrase that you said to me once, and I've kept it ever since. Hall monitor energy. They can get very hall monitor energy. Yes. Yeah, they're micromanaging. Okay, and that takes us to our final. No, Aquarius and Pisces next. Okay, Aquarius. Oof. Gag. Pros of Aquarius, they're very independent. I love that. That's a pro for me.
Okay.
I think they're also very smart.
Yes.
And they're very personable.
Yes. Emotion, I'll just do the cons.
Yeah, go ahead.
They're not really that emotional.
Yeah, very aloof.
Yeah, they kind of like, the emotion is up here when it need to be down here.
Exactly. And it's like they don't, and they also, even though it's up here, they don't want to share it.
Yeah.
Which is like, come on.
But low key, that's why it's toxic, but you're gonna always see an Aquarius and a Cancer together, because anything that the
go ahead and say it say that
anything that the Cancer is feeling, the Aquarius is thinking, and both of them moody as hell.
All right, let's do finally Pisces. Pros. Oh God, I do love a Pisces. I do too. They are.
I love a Pisces.
The voice of compassion in my head is the voice of a Pisces. Like one of my best friends is a Pisces, and I'm like, it is their voice in my head that like they taught me compassion. Yes. So Pisces, very compassionate, very, very, very intuitive, like unbelievably intuitive.
Yes.
And that is just that is so amazing to be around.
Yeah. What a superpower.
Literally a superpower.
Yeah.
Other pros.
Pros. They also are very beautiful people.
I was just gonna say they're very pretty. I was just gonna say they're all Pisces are pretty
because they also like do well in like that Venetian energy. Very, very pretty, very girly. Very, like, you know, they embody that femininity that I love.
Yes.
You could really tell a Pisces everything. You could tell them everything.
Yeah. You can trust a Pisces. You can. Yes.
You can.
Pisces women. Pisces men. Cons. That's where I'm gonna start. They can be manipulative in a crazy way. A Pisces man.
Yeah.
I also think delusional.
Yeah. The only reason why I wouldn't even mess with a Pisces man, if it was an option, was because that delusion part of like, you really do want me to take care of you. You really do want me to, but you don't want me to say that. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And it's like, I understand. I get it. You know, people can want what they want, but you can't want me to take care of you and then want to like kind of posture yourself as somebody that's not being taken care of.
Right. Oh God, we got through the zodiac. We did it.
We did it.
And you know what that means? What time is it? Do you know what time it is?
No.
It's snack time.
Okay.
Okay. We're solo, so I have to do this myself. 1 second.
Alrighty. Oh, look at this. This is nice.
Yes. So I always like to make a snack that's related to our topics of conversation.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Of course, this is the first show since the Oscars. So for those that are not watching, I have a big old bowl of popcorn, fresh.
Ooh.
Fresh, air popped, olive oil, salt, and pepper. Please help yourself.
Oh, man.
And then I have our Oscar here. And I also got soda because I know you want to talk about Mormon wives. And they're like, this is our... So like,
first of all, Poppy does something with them, and Poppy, you need to do something with Major Key too, because listen, this setup is beautiful.
Thank you so much. And also, I'm like super into Poppy right now. I feel like last year Olipop was having its moment, but Poppy now is my shit. I'm like, I'm really fucking with Poppy. So come through. That's Shirley Temple, and this is like Doc Pops, like their Dr. Pepper. Anyway, I know it's kind of early, so if you don't want to know, no worries. But anyway,
I'm gonna indulge.
All right, so oh my God, we're already okay. We might have to whatever. So it's been a week since the Oscars. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
How are we feeling about the night? Where did you watch them? Let's just set the scene. Where were you when you were watching?
I watched it home.
Okay.
I was going in and out, so I watched it when I was home. I watched the red carpet. And I watched like all of the. I was watching all of the ones that Sinners was nominated for. I'm not
of course.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And I even saw a little bit of the tea about I feel bad bringing it up, but like at the end, Tiana Taylor was like kind of getting into a little kerfuffle with like one of the security guards.
Did she?
Yeah, but he was being an asshole though.
I'm not like I don't ever see anything anymore. I feel like I get on Instagram to post for this or very rarely for myself, but then I never stick around for any of the drama. What?
I think she was trying to like get with her crew. Like she was trying to get with the cast. He wouldn't let her by.
What?
And so like, nigga, she from Harlem. Like she's gonna like go through. She's fucking Tiana Taylor too though, right?
Also, I'm like, pay attention.
So he like kind of like pushed her and she yelled, don't push me. Like don't like yelling it. And she yelling like she from Harlem.
Right.
And she's like, don't push me. And
well, why the fuck would he be pushing someone at the Oscars?
Why would you be pushing somebody at the Oscars? Even if like, what? I don't know. Cause it's also like, it's Tiana Taylor.
Hello?
Like, you don't know that she's supposed to be, she could walk around wherever she wants to walk.
The woman is nominated tonight.
Exactly. And they're nominated for a supporting actress role at the Oscars, and you pushing me out.
You're pushing people?
Sir.
This is a nominee.
It was disgusting. And so she was like, don't touch me. And like the people around her were like trying to calm her down. She's like, no, like don't fucking touch me.
I would be pissed too. The fuck?
And he was trying to get in. He said she needs to give me an apology. She was like, I'm not giving you a fucking apology. Yes. It's It was nasty.
That is who are you? Who are you?
Whatever.
Oh, okay. Missed that. Completely missed that. And I'm glad I did. I was like out and about. And it's the first time I've ever done that. Like gone out like to a bar to watch the Oscars.
Oh yeah, tell me about yours.
That was amazing. I'm going to do that every time now.
Okay.
I was like also like at a bar full of filmmakers. So that's
exciting.
No, it was fun because like no one is ever excited about the Oscars, to be honest. And even us, like, well, this was a good year. I feel like this was an exciting year to be excited with Sinners. First of all, breaking records on nominations, right? Like, wasn't it the most nominated?
Yeah.
So that was huge. Just to even have that for the show, that gave me so much motivation to watch.
Yes, it did.
And there were great moments. I mean, I'm forgetting her name, but the cinematographer of Sinners being the first woman. Yeah. ADDP. I know those are her initials because her Instagram. But first woman to... Is she a Sag?
She's a Sag.
Oh, we're so up right now. Period. But I'm like, that is such a huge moment. First woman to ever win in the cinematography category. And I'm like, I'm so happy about that. Also like, yeah, like also all the cinematographers I know, the women are the best. So I'm like,
wow. And I think all of the women photographers that I've ever, cinematographers I've ever worked with were better.
Yeah.
They were just better, like, in terms of working with. But yes, you are right.
It's about time. And also I'm thinking of all of the like best work that I've seen in the last couple of years in cinematography have been done by women. Like, or stuff that I really, really remember.
Tell me.
Let's start with Severance, first of all. Miss Girl, I can't remember her name because she also directed an episode, but the cinematographer of Severance, she is incredible. Wow. Think about all those images from Severance.
Yes,
those
I
stick
didn't know that.
with you, yes. And she directed, and you saw season 2, right?
Yes.
She directed the episode where it's the big flashback between Mark and his wife when they're like back home at that she directed that episode too.
Beautiful.
Yeah, actually, what's her name? Gemma's whole like episode where you see her getting tested and all the that was directed by her.
Yeah.
So she's amazing. I'll never forget Portrait of a Lady on Fire.
Okay.
Have you seen? Oh, I think you would really like it.
Portrait
of a Lady on Fire. But that's like, it's all women, everything. I mean, the story is lesbian. The director is Céline Sciamma, who did Water Lilies and just French. It's really, really good. The tea there too, if y'all don't know, is the protagonist and Céline. I don't know if they still are, but were dating at the time. So there's also the drama, like it's a lesbian love story, but then also there's like the drama between director and actor, and like
how else could you not make a movie and not have that type of?
And when you see the movie, the yearning, the like,
I gotta watch it.
Portrait of a Lady on, ooh, like just thinking about it, and I'm like, yes, such a good movie, but. The all women crew, and I don't know if it's all women, but like all the department heads. Who else has been doing amazing work? Wicked, hello. Wicked. Oh. That's a woman cinematographer. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then Sinners. Let's talk about Sinners. So I'm like, the women are the ones shooting the stuff that I want to see.
And the cinematographer of Sinners also did Black Panther 2.
Period. That makes sense. We know Ryan loves to work with his people.
He loves to work with his people.
Yeah. So period. Where I'm so happy about that. That was such a huge moment, and also just like to celebrate that in a room full of other filmmakers was just amazing. And then of course, biggest moment of the night, Michael B. Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Beautiful. Watching his entire run, like this award season, because award season is tough. Like once you get that call and say like, you got a nomination, you gotta go. Like everywhere. I think for people I don't know that people kind of understand this because we are filmmakers, we kind of do, but like typically when your stuff gets nominated for an Oscar, you have to do what's called like campaigning, and it like you have to be everywhere. And you just have to go on that run so that the members of the Academy will ultimately vote for you. It's kind of like a president when he's on a presidential run. Yeah. And so I could tell it was tiring.
Yeah. I mean, it's and you got to understand, like people people. Companies are putting millions upon millions upon millions of dollars on Oscar campaigns alone.
Yeah.
Never mind.
They're very expensive.
Never mind the marketing campaigns for the movies.
And then you need to also have your own publicist.
Literally. So it's like it's just like once you're in that category of person, the 6 months leading up to the Oscars are just insane.
It's a race.
It's literally a race. You're everywhere.
Mm-hmm. And you know that bullshit that happened at.
I was just about to say in the BAFTAs, girl. Ooh.
I feel like that was them saying like, let's trick him to see if he going, do something crazy.
Stop.
That's my
Not the conspiracy. Not the conspiracy.
Like, oh, he didn't. All right, we can give it to him.
All right, we can give it to that. Because, well, the voting for Oscars didn't even end until like just before, right? It was still going during the BAFTAs thing. So people think that they like votes were changed or whatever after the I'm like, or he just deserved it. How about that? Like maybe he just deserved it, not.
I think, but there are people who do deserve it and they don't win.
Fair.
So you gotta like.
No, fair. That's so fair. That's so fair. How do you feel about One Battle? I don't think we've talked about One Battle. Did you see it?
No.
And okay, and that's fine. Honestly, and that's fine.
I could watch it just to be like, what is everybody talking about?
Yeah.
But I didn't see it, and I don't want to lie and say I did.
That's okay.
It's a weird thing to lie about.
Yeah, and it's it's also just not. It was not my favorite movie. It wasn't all that for me.
Okay.
And everything that they said it stood for, I don't really see it standing for much. Honestly, everyone's like, oh, it's such a political movie. It's so this, it's so that, and I'm like, I don't. It doesn't. The message is not clear to me.
Okay.
They invoke provocative images and topics, like there is a lot of, there is an undercurrent of like immigration or like specifically like illegal immigration. And there's this whole undercurrent of like, not even undercurrent, the revolution, quote unquote. Yeah. And then, I don't know if you're ever going to see it. Do you mind if I give a couple spoilers?
See, that's the thing about me. I don't care about spoilers. I still want to watch it. Yeah.
So like he's not the protagonist, but honestly the antagonist of the story is this like white general.
Yes.
And he is
played by Sean Penn.
Played by Sean Penn,
yeah.
who fabulous. Marvelous performance. Mm-hmm. And I really wasn't even upset when he won the award because I'm like, okay. He did eat.
Yeah.
But he is trying to be a part of this secret society, this white supremacist secret society.
Yeah.
And it's like his whole, the thing that's getting in the way of him joining this white supremacist secret society is that he might have an illegitimate child who is half black. And so he moves heaven and earth to go find the child. And if he finds out that she is his daughter, like he has to go find the child to find out, like to do the paternity test. If she is his daughter, it is his job now to kill her so that he can join this white supremacist. And this is like, and Sherean, this is not like a little bit of the story. This is like the majority of the story is like she and her father, played by Leo, are hiding away in a small town in Northern California. And now the antagonist, Sean Penn's character, is using the full force of the U.S. military to find them and kill her. That is what the movie is about.
That is interesting, considering the director
is married to Maya Rudolph.
Is the call coming from inside the house?
Because what's going on?
Do you want to swirl that teacup and wake him up?
Stop. Not the teacup, please.
No,
please.
That's interesting.
Yeah. That's what the movie is about.
Yeah, no, that's not.
It's
good.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I still will watch it. I still wanna just see it, but nah, I'm not. That's not tea.
Yeah.
For me.
So, everyone's saying what's his name won, PTA won because like he should have won before. It's almost like similar to what they were saying about what's his name who directed Honora. Mm-hmm. Like he deserves it. He's been in the game for long enough, so he deserves. Sean Baker, that's what I'm thinking of. But they're like, yeah, he should get the Oscar because he deserves it. It's PTA. He's one of the greatest American directors. One of the last American auteurs. Blah blah blah. This is the conversation.
But see, that's the thing, right? That's the part about like if you give the Oscar when the Oscar is supposed to be given that the year that it's supposed to be given, then
we don't
you
need to
don't have to be doing no backlogs. Like, we got you next year.
Literally, we don't need to be making shit up. Why don't you just give it when they deserve it? And so, yeah, whatever. I don't know. It's not certainly not my best picture. That's for damn sure. Okay. Certainly not my best picture. But fuck it. I'm glad Sinners won what it won.
Good.
You know.
Yeah, and I think Ryan Coogler, he was there, like, and that's the other thing about it too. It's like he was there a couple of times because Black Panther and Black Panther 2 got nominated.
Period.
And so it's like you there and you just like, yeah, it's one of these, it's gonna be mine. And it actually was his for the story that it was supposed to be. Like, right. That's why I think everybody is so proud, because they're like, yes, this story deserves to win because it was fucking good.
It was amazing. Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, his hair. Did you see the guitar and the treble clef in his braids? Incredible. But yeah, it was good Oscars.
I'm not mad at it.
I had a really good time.
Shout out to the documentaries that were in it. I think the one called 4 Empty Bedrooms. Please, if I got that wrong, don't drag me in the comments. But I think that documentary won. But The Perfect Neighbor was nominated and it did not win.
Right.
That was a very fabulous, very beautifully done documentary. And it definitely should have won. So I just wanted to shout them out and give them their things.
Period. I did not see The Perfect Neighbor. I know everybody and their mother was talking about The Perfect Neighbor when it came out. It was everywhere. Yeah. Maybe I'll wake it up. It's just kind of, I don't know. I'm like,
it is sad. I'm not.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I want to feel like that.
It is sad, but I think like the way that it was told, because it was only told through body cams.
Right.
But you still get so much story
from that. Yeah.
From the people who they talk to, from the kids that they talk to, and you really get to build a context around this community of people who were together and who wanted their kids to just be together. It was Black people, white people,
right,
living in that community, those kids. And I think like, yeah, it was a moving story.
Okay, period. Maybe when I'm ready for that, I think I'll go there.
Yeah. I try to watch a sad doc and then like a scandalous doc. So watch that and then watch McMillions.
What's that about? McDonald's?
Yes.
Okay.
It's about it's an old one, but it's a deep cut, but it's good. It's about it's so much fucking mess, it makes no sense.
Well, speaking of mess, unscripted mess. Let's close out, girl. Why do you have me watching The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
So riveting. Honestly, I don't mind going over because this needs to have its own episode. It's so great.
The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Okay, so I have been watching. I started the other day. Thank you for the Hulu, girl. I'm almost done with. Actually, I'm on the season finale of season 1.
Yes.
So they're in Vegas.
Yes. Have me back after you watch season 4 because we just need to do a deep dive. Because what I've learned is that what's greater than white mess, white Christian mess.
Ooh. They're so. I'm actually like. I'm really glad the show exists. I really am. Like now, I'm really happy that it exists because I was not aware of Mom Talk. I was not aware of it.
Neither was I.
Yeah. And so I like what they stand for in theory, right? Like the theory behind starting Mom Talk of like, modernizing, being a Mormon wife and just like being a modern woman, but still within the religion. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's wake that up. I love that.
And go ahead, finish.
However,
go ahead.
Of course, I'm not on season 4. I don't know what they stand for now.
It's literally the same thing.
Is it okay? I'm just kind of like, I don't know. It's the perfect backdrop for it's a good premise. I think it's just a good premise to bring me in. I am so curious to know what the rest of the Mormon community thinks about them. I don't know, but it is riveting stuff. You were right. I'm hooked. I'm like, I have to know what happens next.
I have you on it. I have my girlfriend on it. I'm trying to get my sister on this train. You said something in the beginning saying like you like what they stand for and that like, you know, they are these Christian people, but they're like modernizing it.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here thinking in my head, like, that's because the propaganda is working.
Oh,
it's
say more.
Fucking great. Okay. I'm gonna just give you like a quick summary and then I'm gonna tell you why the show works. Mormon Wives on Hulu. It starts out with this girl, Taylor.
Yes.
She leads this cringy mom talk on TikTok where they just do dances, they do videos, and like they just want to basically, mind you, before these type of women, all we understand about Mormon in Utah is that them motherfuckers be having that shit on their head and they be in cults and they be and they be having 16, 17 wives and they just real strict over there and the cops always got to go over there because there's always some cult shit happening, right? So, and I'm going to tell, this is legitimately why I think the propaganda is working. I think there's so many things at play. I think that Taylor, who is a Gemini.
Is she? See, and I've been wanting to know the signs. She
Gemini.
would be a Gemini because you were talking about Two-Face earlier. That she is the definition.
Remember when I said the Two-Face, but they have a deep understanding of both sides because you have this person you have this person who's young, who is leading this mom talk group in this very modernized digital age, making them influencers, right? And she's saying we come in and we have these Christian values. Meanwhile, this girl is swinging with her ex-husband,
swinging y'all, and not a little 1-2. They're having orgies, down.
Swinging with these couples, right? So this woman who has this understanding of church, but also doing this very like salacious thing, right? Flips it on his head and becomes this viral sensation, right? Because everybody started dragging her, right? Yep. Now they find out, they're like, oh, Taylor, she's this, Taylor, like, y'all out here dragging me. Y'all was in there doing it.
She said nobody's safe. Yeah. All of y'all was involved.
I can name names. What's up? Everybody like, oh, she about to start naming names. Let me back
off.
Right?
Let me move to Hawaii. And we'll come back to her too.
Let me move back to Hawaii, right? And so it blows up on the internet, right? And this is a conspiracy theory. I feel like the Mormon church knows what its brand is before Mom Talk comes, and they're like, we have to stop appearing on documentaries as these fucking cults because we want to be something else. So they go do it. It's a conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy theory, but I really do think that the power is like, these are the new kids. We don't want to reject members. We want to bring them in a way that is you know.
Yeah, attractive in the modern era.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let them do what they
let them do their thing.
Let them do their thing, right? And they are like the Kim Kardashians of Mormon shit.
Right.
So
that's so tea. That's so
And on
tea.
the other hand, Taylor understands that completely. Yeah. Right? And so because she embodies both those things, right? She says that she's doing all these things in Christian, in Mormon, trying to push this identity in a different direction, but you are equally as chaotic as you are this traditional girl.
But she's in the sinners group, you know, because they do the saints versus sinners thing. She's in the sinners group. Because she for y'all that aren't, you're not watching the show, basically like one of the first riffs within this group of 7 to 8 women, is this whole like sinners versus saints. The saints are the more traditional, more conservative values, quote unquote, because it's like they're still pushing the boundaries, but like the ones on the saint side, they just try to be a little bit more traditional. Like some of them don't drink. They still don't drink. They don't, you know what I mean? Whereas like on the sinner side, they do drink. I mean, the sinner side was some of the swingers. And
wake that up.
I feel like Taylor, of all the girls, Taylor don't I feel like when she talks about the church, it's more about like the community.
Because she's using it as her platform.
Yeah.
To propel herself.
Yeah.
Into a place where otherwise she probably wouldn't be.
And it's working.
When I tell you, if Taylor, first of all, she's an amazing influencer. Like, she just has it. When I literally watch her, like when I watch her and what she's been able to build, but then I also watch her life, I'm like, oh, this motherfucker's smart.
She has it.
She's really fucking smart.
I agree. Where do you fall on the Taylor Whitney divide? And I don't even, and that's a season 1 thing. I'm like, the way they have it set up right now, it's like, is Whitney even going to be there next season? Mm-hmm. But I know she will be, because she was in the original Mom Talk group.
I would say yes. I think they actually are. They are the different sides
of the same coin.
I think Whitney. Well, I'm only going to talk in terms of season 1 with Whitney, but I'll say that like she's equally as chaotic as Taylor is,
Absolutely.
but just in a very different way.
Absolutely.
And with different people. I think Taylor is chaotic when it comes to her family, and you start to understand and learn like why she is that chaotic. And I am interested to know like what her parents' signs are, because in just an astrology observation, anytime a Gemini is a child of an earth sign who is like very much into image, they will always be the chaotic person in that dynamic.
The Gemini will
because they always want to wake up the two sides of what it is, and they embody that in a way of like just the very mild part of that is what's the Rumi to
and she is a Gemini. That's right. That's right.
It's very mild.
Okay.
And so yes,
that's so funny.
Whitney understands what is happening too. Like, that's why I think when reality TV was like first coming up, people just wanted to be famous. Like, they had like a genuineness about just wanting to be famous.
Yes.
I think now in its current time, people who become influencers understand it in a way that's like, it's almost analytical and a little bit technical. And I think that's what Whitney's doing. She's like, I know what the fuck this is about to do.
Right.
For me, and I'm about to just, you want me to be the villain? Fine.
And look, and even in early, at least in season 1, they're like, well, we need to do X, Y, and Z because we're trying to secure our brand deals. And I'm like, right. Now wake it up. This is a
breaking
business
the fourth
decision.
Wall
this
in
is
that
a business
way.
Decision.
Exactly.
And period, as it should be. I mean, let's not pretend y'all did not get a reality show from literally being on TikTok.
Yep.
So there's no question there about y'all growing the brand and getting your money. Mm-hmm. But it's interesting because at first I was like, oh, Whitney, I was so team Whitney for the first like couple episodes, because I'm like, she just seems so much more reasonable and Taylor is like kind of off the wall. But then between episode 1 and 2, 9 months passes. And then I'm seeing Whitney acting the way I'm like, Whitney is a little bit more sinister about it. Like, Taylor, right off jump, like, she's chaotic. She's going to be a little off the walls. Mm-hmm. But Whitney, she like is kind of conniving. And
I think Taylor isn't?
Well, not from what I've seen, because her arc season 1 has been crazy starting off, and then we come back 9 months later or 8 months later, she's pregnant, and that's her other side of the Two-Face. Now she's so demure. I just really want to make sure that I'm friends with everyone in the Mom Talk group. I can't imagine like doing any of this out on all my friends. And so she keeps it chill. I felt like.
And do you think that's genuine, or do you think I need to play nice right now because I need to get back into this group?
Well, obviously she's playing nice. Yes. And she's been a little, but I mean, I don't know. It just feels, I don't know. If she's playing nice, which that I'm sure that is what she's doing it well. She knows how to lay low. Yeah. Whereas like Whitney really could have used the moment to be like, I don't think the way she's moving is smart. She does a lot of this behind the scenes shit. Mm-hmm. And like, I can't remember which of the girls was calling her out being like, you know, you just go around to each different friend and you just stay close to them until you're done with them, then you let them go. And I'm like, ooh, that doesn't feel good either. And you can see it the way she bounces around and uses them and pits them against each other. She doesn't show up to the baby shower, you know, the way I'm in this, like I'm so in the drama of these women. But yeah, I don't know. And now where I am, she's just like completely removed herself from the equation, but she's the one that left the group message and also is just like, so I'm just like, I don't know, Whitney. Like, I don't, she wants to be a victim so bad. And I hate that. I really, really don't like that.
Watching her over 4 seasons, I think Whitney is playing a long game that when you watch it fully, you be like, oh, bitch, you smart too. I see. All right now.
And I can get that. Whatever. All right. Well, next time you're on, we're going to I will have finished Mormon Wives.
I love Mormon Wives.
All right. We got to close up.
Okay.
I like to either do Pleasant Thoughts or Song Lyric of the Week. Your choice. Pleasant Thought is just something to leave the audience with, something to take with them that just, you know, is pleasant. I don't know. Maybe something that touches the sublime. Or Song Lyric of the Week. That's the vibe for you this week.
I feel like you can see I'm like all oiled up right now. So I was kind of like, I've been in my very much soft girl era recently. So when on my way over here, I was listening to Summer Walker's Spend It.
Okay.
So the lyric is like, spend it on me. I want you to spend it all on me. Buy back my love. And then the opening lyrics are like, give me the last 4 digits of your credit card.
Ooh.
Because I don't want you to play with my heart anymore. You about to spend it on me. So spend it on, get somebody to spend it on you.
Period. All right. You did a song lyric. Maybe I'll do a Pleasant Thought or a song lyric. I don't know. What's my vibe? You said soft girl era, and now I'm thinking of Arlenix soft girl era. That's just playing in my head. All right, I'll do a song lyric. Janelle Monáe. I'm looking at 1,000 versions of myself, and they're all fine as fuck.
Also a Sag.
Okay,
very much Sag
exactly.
energy.
Anyway, Sherean, thank you so much for coming on Major Key.
This is so good.
I know, it's so fun. And I can't wait for next time.
Okay.
And we'll see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.